What's up everyone, Maryl Duke here. This is the fourth video on how to start a mobile bartending or event serving business. So the last three videos I've walked you through just 3 steps of what to do in order of how to start your business. That I went kind of crazy and backwards and did some things before other things, and I found that you needed to do some things before other things. And I didn't always quite do that. This video series is very concise and help you go through the process of starting your own business, which can be pretty daunting, but also super exciting. You have the idea, but you're like, what do I do? So that's why I'm here, to help clarify. I've walked through it, I've done it, and now I'm passing it on. The 10th thing that I would do is, after I got my fictitious name, my doing business as, I have my business license, I have my software app to keep track of my expenses, what I would do then is go get a business bank account. I think that is going to be really helpful for accounting purposes, keeps it really clean, especially if you're going to be doing this more than just as a side gig. But when I first started out my side gig, I was making, almost $2,000 a month. And this was like, wow, this could be almost a full-time job. I had a day job, but I was doing these events at night, and I would get events all over Orange County and LA, and I had to bring on more staff. It just moved really quick, and so I ended up having to say no to certain events because I just didn't have the resources yet to really establish all the events I was doing. And having a business bank account is going to really help you if you want to grow this any more than just a couple occasional, yeah, I can bartend for you, my friend's wedding, or I can, help this person if I pick up a Craigslist, ad or whatever. So, but if you really want to do this as a business, I would recommend getting a bank account, and then also getting a business credit card, because one, you can rack up points with a credit card. It's kind of nice. So just pay it off from the business bank, and it keeps it clean. You don't have to deal with your personal finances. Again, easier for accounting. Yes. I mean, if you are a sole proprietor, you are going to be doing your taxes the same with your business, but in yourself. However, I just think it's just nice also to see where you're going and how you're tracking it. But I'm a nerd like that. So 11th thing that I would do, if you haven't already done this, you might have done this in the beginning of the process when you come up with your name and kind of wanting to get yourself out there, put yourself on platforms. And that is to create an Instagram. I would start looking at how to strategize using your Instagram to showcase the work that you've been doing. You've probably been doing a couple gigs so far, take pictures while you're there, use your phone. It's 2022. Everyone uses their phone at the party. I know my restaurants, I remember we get in trouble. We get written up if we were using our phones. And obviously you don't want to be like on your phone texting while you're supposed to be working, work. But when there's a moment, do you mind to take a little picture of this, event set up, or I'm like my bar set up, or a person, make a little, reel. Absolutely. Make content with your events so that you can start building up your Instagram following. When I first started out, I didn't really do much with my Instagram. I would just post a couple things here and there. I put my website in the link, the link tree part of my Instagram. I said what I did, because oftentimes people will search. When I was actually doing my wedding, I looked for a hair or makeup artist through my Instagram. And that's actually how I found a couple of my vendors, was through Instagram, because I was looking, doing the whole Pinterest research thing. And if you're doing events, that's another place people might look for you. So have an Instagram presence if you don't already have one. The 12th thing I would do is to make sure you just start getting reviews. They're going to be very, very helpful. You might have already started doing that if you're on Thumbtack or Gig Salad, or ask your friends and family in the beginning to get your website credible. But this is a great place to start asking for reviews, because you've had experience with people and they've seen your work and they like you and they want to bring you back. Because a review is going to get a new customer in, more interested in seeing your work or using you if you already have a review and people have said, oh wow, this person is really great. That's how I picked my hairstylist. She had so many reviews on Thumbtack. I'm a fan of picking people that are just starting out, but for certain things you want to hire a professional. The more reviews you have that are 5-star and positive, obviously the better chances of you getting a new client to book you and use you. I'm actually going to put 4th things in here, because this is one that I started doing. Once I started all those things for my business, I actually was like, okay, what's next in my business to keep it growing and to keep getting better and having just a better systems? And then that last thing that I would do when I'm first starting out is just to really look at all of my gear and to get my supplies, or start to strategize other things that I could offer that is going to help me grow money. And there are plenty of ways to do that, which I will share in other videos. But that's the next thing I would do, is to start looking at what do I have and what do I need to have a really good system for doing events in and out, so that my work life is easier. Because if you want to start a business off, you don't want to get bogged down with a ton of burnout. You don't want to get burnt out, and you don't want to get so crazy that your life becomes a mess because, you know, your bartending tools are always messy and they're not clean. Your setup looks just kind of mediocre. It looks like you're just starting out. In the beginning, that's okay. You got to get a couple gigs, but any money that you'd make, I would start to put back into your business, especially if you have a day job or something else, you can float it, because the more money you put into your business strategically, the more money you are going to make potentially, because you just look super professional. You are ready to go. Your drinks are going to taste fantastic, or your events or your serving style is going to be great. When you're serving, obviously event serving, you don't need as much. I just have some black trays and black serviettes, but think about how to make everything that you have really presentable. That is going to just level up your business and going to make you more successful, because of your guests are going to think, wow, this person really has their stuff together. I hope you like this video, and I hope it was helpful. Just the first 12 to 13 things that I would do to see how starting a business can be really actually pretty simple. It's not hard to get started right away. So if you are sick of the restaurant industry, if you wanted to start working for yourself and doing side gigs, especially if you have any experience in the restaurant industry, this is a great way to start making money, to have a side gig, and to really just become your own boss. You grow so much through this process. I highly encourage you. Leave a comment below about what business you are wanting to start. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe for more content on side gigs, business.